Nate Diaz is a professional UFC fighter that fans have always supported each time he stepped into the octagon. He's been with the UFC since 2007 and has earned them and himself a ridiculous amount of money. His newfound fame allowed him to meet with top celebrities and live a lifestyle that's just out of this world. That shows you that top MMA fighters can thrive and transcend just the promotion. We see it here with Nate Diaz, but it's evident with other top fighters such as Daniel Cormier, Conor McGregor, and Khabib Nurmagomedov. In this video, we'll go through Nate's current lifestyle and his net worth. Remember to give a thumbs up if you liked the video and comment below on what you think about this fighter's lifestyle and net worth. Now let's get started. Here's a couple of interesting facts about Nate that you might not have known. In general, he's kept his life under wraps, but did you know that he's vegan? Yep, one of the top fighters that can sell out arenas and sell the most pay-per-views in the UFC is also one that doesn't eat meat. This is incredible given that he's been on a primarily vegan diet since he was 18 years old. Nate was always a popular fighter even before his fight with Conor McGregor, but these two superstars elevated each other to a whole nother level. We see his Instagram filled with posts that includes big name celebrities like Post Malone and Sway Lee. With his Post Malone post, he wrote, "This shit was fun," indicating a party and fun time with the celebrity, singer, and songwriter. You might think that most fighters on this level would be rolling in a huge mansion and sport several Lambos as well. That is not the case with Nate, who's a humble fighter and as real as it gets. He's said to have a couple of vehicles including a Tahoe SUV, a Jeep Cherokee, and a sports car. His Stockton home is estimated at only $500,000 and is a modest 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Let's just say that Nate hasn't really elevated his lifestyle all that much given his fame. Instead, he's made sure him and his family can live well, but not lavishly. I'm not sure what else we can expect from a fighter that has "be real" on his Instagram description. Nate is as real as it gets, and he hasn't strayed too far away from his home and those that came on his journey to fame. Net worth, UFC fights. So what about his net worth? Well, it's estimated that Nate has earned upwards of $15 million through his career in the UFC. This includes promotions, pay-per-view cuts, and earnings specific to his fights. It's interesting to see how he's made his way into millions of dollars, starting from the low salary he had in the beginning of his career. Here's a list of what he earned starting in 2014 and how it grew into one of his biggest paydays against Conor McGregor. On December 2014, Nate Diaz earned a total of $16,000 fighting under the card Dos Santos vs Miocic on UFC on Fox. In 2015, Nate received $40,000 after winning against Michael Johnson at the UFC on Fox 17. From his sponsorship deal in 2016 with Reebok, Nate has sealed a total of $20,000. Then, in March of 2016, at UFC 196 against Conor McGregor, Nate received a total of $500,000. His biggest earning came in the later parts of his career where he sold out crowds and generated huge pay-per-view buys. In his UFC 202 fight against Conor McGregor, Nate took home over $2 million despite losing the fight to the Notorious. Even without another superstar like McGregor, Nate has taken home $500,000 in his fight against Jorge Masvidal for the BMF belt. Although this ended with a doctor's stoppage, I wouldn't mind seeing Nate run it back again given how exciting and incredible each round was leading up to the stoppage. It's clear that he's never out of a fight even though his face doesn't always show it. Net worth, endorsements. Although mostly staying away from endorsements, there are a couple of sponsors who have made their way into the inner circle of the Diaz brothers. As fighters who represents being true to oneself, he's only allowed products that he actually uses day in and day out. Nate is sponsored by a host of products and companies including Game Up Nutrition, Represent Ltd, Reebok, and Zevia. Each of these companies could pay upwards of $50,000 for each fight, and they can also show up on Nate's Instagram to his 4.7 million followers. Each post on his social media can rake in anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. Ventures, BJJ Academy. As a student of the great Cesar Gracie, both Nate and Nick Diaz have a strong background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Their rise came in the late 2000s as a group known as the Scrap Pack, including Jake Shields, Gilbert Melendez, and the brothers became the most popular stars in the Strikeforce promotion. During their best years, Cesar Gracie had championed fighters in 3 of the 5 divisions in that promotion. Along with his famous brother Nick, the brothers now run their own Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Stockton, California. This is another avenue of income for the Diaz family and is run by another Cesar Gracie disciple. In addition, it shows the influence of BJJ on both the brothers and the UFC, where most fighters train in some capacity. Ventures, California finest. Nate is a big advocate for marijuana and has partnered with big brands to make and distribute different marijuana products. One of these products is from California Finest CBD, where it features pre-rolls. These are sold in cartons of 12 for $90 each, and another venture that adds a stream of income for Nate Diaz. Did you know at UFC 241, during an open workout, Nate Diaz famously lit a joint and after a few pulls, handed it to his videographer. He also mentioned to pass it around, calling it a good etiquette. Both Nick and Nate have been poster boys for using cannabis in MMA, and the World Anti-Doping Agency removed CBD from its ban list in 2018. Diaz and Edwards have their 5-round bout coming up at UFC 262. This is the first main event that does not include a title shot for either fighter. Do you think Nate Diaz has what it takes to come back from his losses against one of the top welterweight contenders in Leon Edwards? Let us know what you think about Nate Diaz's lifestyle and net worth. What would you do if you achieved the same amount of fame? And how would you spend the $15+ million you received from fights and sponsorships? Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on this channel.